Hey everyone, this is Rob,
Hey, Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast on everything you need to know about old school RuneScape.
Merp.
All right, so this week on the docket, we actually have quite a few things to go over, not least of which we have a guest this week.
Next week. We're announcing the guest for next week.
That's exactly what I said. It was a test. It was a test, and you passed. We have a guest next week.
Yeah, next week we're going to be joined by Sater of the Sebe cast. We joined him a few weeks ago or last month, I don't know. So now he's joining us. If you have any questions for him, join our Discord. We have a dedicated channel for asking questions for the podcast, but we're recording on Sunday, so ask soon.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to get an early one out on Thursday night for patrons this week. We'll see.
We shall see. So yeah, hopefully if you have any questions, ask him. Super fun to talk to him. So hopefully, I'm sure it'll be great this time around as well. So a lot of interesting conversations, not just RuneScape related. So it's always a good time. So I'd recommend checking it out next week. This week though, we still actually have quite a few things to talk about. Obviously revving up and ramping up towards sailing. So first things first, we're going to talk about the sailing technical pre-release. This is actually last week's blog, but as we were out of town, we didn't get to cover it in time. So we'll be covering that a little bit. And then we do have some, special random blogs that they just throw out during the holiday season. So we have the dev diary behind the scenes of sailing, much to talk about there, honestly. And then we have another OSRS podcast. This is the one with Mod Kieran, done officially by RuneScape and Jagex.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we're going to end off with probably our two most favorite event of the year. Every year.
Yeah.
Deadman Mode.
Every year I'm like, maybe I'll actually play to make money off the drops, and then I don't.
Yeah, anyways, we are going to be talking a bunch about Deadman. For anyone not familiar, there's going to be a lot of info for you. For everyone that has seen it before, not as much info.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It sounds pretty different this year, though.
It does. They do mix it up quite a bit.
Yes.
Speaking of not mixing it up, we do have, of course, the sponsor of our episode. Just like every other episode, we do appreciate whenever you guys support us through Patreon. If you just listen to the episode, that's great. But if you want to support us a little bit extra, that is awesome. Patreon, of course, helps us improve. We recently got our desks changed up, set up, improved slightly.
I got a desk from Facebook Marketplace that's been sitting in our living room for 3 weeks, and we finally set everything up. So our background is different. I forgot to blur it, but at least it's way prettier now than it used to be, because now you can see all of our art wall. So I'll blur it now, but I don't feel as weird about it as I normally would.
Yeah, and also now you might catch a cat behind us every once in a while. There is a little nook where they like to go. Anyways, though, all of your Patreon support, super, super appreciated. And you also get tons of perks, like hearing the episodes earlier than normal, maybe even getting some merch, even
Discord badge,
origami if you're lucky enough. So ton of perks over there. And all that sounds great. All that sounds good. But Michelle, how's it going?
It's going good. I'm just thinking about how you forgot to say Q&A.
I didn't, because I knew you'd say it. I was like, I'm gonna see if she includes it, because obviously if you want to ask questions and be included in the episode, what's the best way to do it?
Discord.gg/Bunebape and go in our Bunebape questions podcast questions channel.
Yeah, or you can ask anywhere on our socials. Obviously, that's fine too. And you can ask through Patreon.
Yeah. I've been good. So I've been working on, if you've been around for a while, around the 4-year anniversary of streaming, it was like in July. I was like, I'm going to stack 1 billion clues. I did like hundreds of beginners and easies and then some elites as well. But I didn't reach my goal for elite. So at the time I was trying to get 48. I only got 12. Now I'm committed.
Same thing.
Same thing. Now I'm committed to getting that last 36. I'm actually at 32 right now. I'm really hoping to get the next 4 by Friday's stream so I could finally be done. The reason I'm doing this is every tier of Clue Scrolls has its own little reward. So it's like 600 beginners, 500 easies, etc., etc. You get like emotes, or like your character looks like at a map, or your character is holding a big spade. They're not game breaking at all. They're not even collection log slots, but I just want them. And I think I'm like 9 master clues away, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that this week.
You're getting pretty close.
guess. I only need like 6 more masters, so hopefully I can get a few from this.
Getting pretty close.
But yeah, I'm super excited about that. I've just been doing Sarachnis and Vedion. I haven't gotten any other collection luck slots though. I'm officially going dry for the jar at Sarachnis. It's 1 out of 2,000. I'm like 2,100 at this point, but I got Spoon the Pet at like 300, so I cannot complain. Vedion, I don't think I'm going dry there. I just want stuff. I really want that pets.
Yeah, I like the Vedion pet. I think it's one of the better ones.
Yeah, it's cool. And you got the old version too, right?
I thought the old version was cooler.
Yeah, I think you could transmog it.
I don't know.
Or metamorphosize.
Metamorphosize.
Words, you know what I mean. But yeah, so I've just been working on that in RuneScape and then trying to work on my next combat achievement video because I've been slacking. Yeah, and we went to Disneyland and it was fun. I did not get my elbow tattooed yet because the artist actually got sick. Supposed to go this weekend, but we'll see. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. What have you been up to?
I have not been up too much. I am just not playing very many games these days.
Well, I'm busy with in real life.
The time slips through my fingers. I watch it flow past me and I become older.
Cool. You want to tell us how your Ironman training's going?
Yeah, so I have been training for the Ironman fairly religiously.
He's been like very consistent. Like sometimes waking him at 3:30 in the morning and I'm like, you're doing too much.
Yeah, that might sound insane, but it's just a requirement, not of the training, but just of my life currently.
Because he wants to work on videos too.
Yeah, so unfortunately, a lot of training is happening, which leaves no room for gaming.
Wait, let's have like a day in Robert's life. Walk us through your day today.
Sure. So I woke up at 3:30, right?
The 3:30 thing just started today, by the way. This is new.
Yeah. So I woke up at 3:30, had some coffee, and I worked on a video for like an hour.
Damn. Maple Story, not RuneScape.
Went to the gym at 4:45, and I sprinted for an hour.
Nice.
And then I came home.
No sauna?
I didn't have time. I left the gym at 6 o'clock on the dot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So then I get home, fed the cats, obviously, because they're ravenous beasts.
They get really excited in the morning, though. It's cute.
And then I made food for my lunch. Luckily, thank God, I made food yesterday for today.
For dinner.
Or for tonight's dinner. Or I would have had to have done that in the morning as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had breakfast. Then I did dishes. And then it was a lighter morning this morning, actually. Honestly, typically I do more, but then I just went and got ready. Took a shower and got ready for work. And then came home, did another 30 minutes of making video stuff. Actually, it was more like an hour of making video stuff.
Oh, came home like after a day of work.
Yeah, came home after a day of work, made dinner, fully made dinner. And then, and then after dinner, I did...
watched Junior Bake Off.
Yeah, exactly. And then I did around like 45 minutes of making another video. The same one from this morning. Actually, a different one. What am I saying?
A day in the life.
We're here. So yeah, just no room for other activities.
Yeah. And at work, he can't edit or work on the Ironman training. Because for me, I'm really busy, but I'm able to fit stuff in at work because I'm working on my medical coding course and I could do that at work in between calls.
Yeah.
The stuff you're working on, you can't really do at work, unfortunately.
No. And unfortunately, it was one of those days where like you just work your ass off. And I worked from like the time I was there until 1 minute after I was supposed to be off.
Yuck. Usually he'll have like downtime.
Yeah, not today.
I feel like it sucks worse for you, especially because you'll have a lot of slow days and you can't do productive things. You literally can't. You'll have to just go on your phone and do nothing. Yeah, because there's nothing else to do.
That's why I call it jail.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean,
I've never been to jail, but it's jail.
I don't think they really have phones.
It's a mind prison is what it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I can't do a lot of stuff at work, but at least I could study.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a typical day in my life. But anyways,
go to sleep at 8:30.
Besides that, I feel fitter, so that's nice. I have not played any RuneScape, but
we didn't finish Grid.
We didn't finish Grid either.
Sorry.
Yeah. To be fair, I never really expected to. I just kind of wanted to play. The thing is, I don't care about Inferno, so I knew I wouldn't.
But the Inferno thing was not sounding
It's not even like it's like super hard, especially if you do like the 255 level bug with Final Stand. It's like obviously not very difficult when you have 255 stats.
I mean, getting there could potentially be difficult. You've never done it.
I mean, I got to, you have to get to 30.
It gets like the triple jazz is a little spicy. It's easier because you're hitting faster, but
But even if you have like
I
300 defense,
I think the reason I'm saying these things is I'm trying to make sure no one replies saying, "How would you know you haven't done Inferno?" by saying it myself.
that's true.
I'm like, people are gonna be like, "You haven't done Inferno, don't say that." So it is hard.
I'll preface this in saying anything I haven't done in this life
It's easy.
is not only easy, but I simply haven't done it because it's not interested me.
This reminds me of the short went out today, and you're like, "I'm kind of a narcissist. I mean, a pessimist."
Yeah. It's funny
You just
because
said everything I haven't done in this life is easy.
I don't think this about myself only either,
Oh,
which is why
God.
I don't think I am a narcissist. I think anyone is capable of whatever they want to do.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to argue about this because we've argued about it so much.
This is an argument. This is really an argument.
I'm
People deciding to do things is the reason they do things.
no that Inferno is hard.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Anyway,
I mean, you haven't grinded it. What do you mean?
the parts I've grinded are hard.
You haven't grinded. If you grinded it for 2 weeks straight, you don't think you'd get it
No, do you remember I used to let you see my thing every stream?
every stream? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go
before
back
the
and we'll
last
see how
league.
long it was, and it's not that long.
It was in 2023, so I can't really check.
Yeah. Anyways, I would challenge everyone that thinks Inferno is hard to do it for a month straight.
I feel like you would just grow to resent it.
I already do, and I haven't done it. That's why I don't do it.
Me.
But yeah, that's not because I think it's easy. That's because I believe in you more than you believe in you.
All right. Trying to make it motivational. Motivational spin.
It's not. It's just a fact of life. If you put your mind to something, you can do it.
My niece being like so cute when she was like 9. She was in the backseat of my car and we were driving around, and she was like, "Oh, did you know if you believe in yourself you could actually do anything?" And she said so matter of fact, it was the cutest thing ever, not even trying to be motivational. She's like, "This is a fact."
Yeah.
It was so cute.
I mean, I've seen people with no legs run a marathon.
Yeah,
It's because they wanted to.
but I can't do it.
So it's like I don't know what to tell you guys. It's not hard. Anyways, we have the first blog that we can get into. I didn't look what's going on in the community. I'm sure it's just a bunch of sailing
We
stuff.
have enough with Deadman.
Because a bunch of sailing stuff was technically put into the game. So people have just been ravaging around.
There's been cute little like Easter eggs everywhere.
Yeah,
Or
people have been
previews.
ravaging through all of the new details. So we could talk about the sailing.
Ravaging the right word.
Yeah.
Ravaging.
Yeah.
I don't know why it sounds silly.
So the sailing technical pre-release. There was this patch, weirdly enough, was slightly bungled as it did mess up quite a few things. Randomly, things like Swan Song couldn't be done. The boss fight
Weird.
just couldn't be done.
I also didn't read this blog, so he's gonna take over here because I forgot that we recorded the podcast earlier, and I saw the
Yeah.
date, and I was like, "We talked about it."
No. Also, random fires appearing in the water at Temperos. The Eye of a Yak, longer range than intended.
Okay,
2
love
dose
that.
potions can't be decanted.
You can't pick up fine fish offcuts from the floor. God damn it!
Yep. Just random stuff like that. Goldsmith gauntlets wasn't giving the correct XP when superheating. No one knows
Naturally.
why. So all of these things, there's honestly like 20 things
Yeah,
here.
we did
We're
not
not
read them
listing
all.
them all, but all of them have been fixed.
Yes.
So that's nice. But the technical release is to prepare for everyone that hasn't been around. That is a patch that came out last week to prepare the game's servers for the actual release happening on November 19th, just 1 week from now.
I realized earlier, maybe I should have asked Seder to join the week after so we could have talked about sailing, but too late.
Oh well, you live and you learn. But anyways, there's a bunch of stuff that they put into the game to help integrate it more easily whenever the time does come. So a few things you might notice is sailing NPCs. They're in the game.
There's a lot of cute ones, just like on random islands and stuff.
Yeah, and you go to talk to them, and what do they say? Sailing's going to be on November 19th.
I think they talk to you a little bit first, and then it tells you, yeah.
Yeah, so they do have some dialogue, some interfaces, stuff like that. But there's a lot of sailing stuff already in the game.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't read it, so I thought you were just getting take initiative for the whole
Sorry,
thing.
I thought you could read. So quest music.
I don't know where
and
you stopped.
max
Oh, okay, I'll start
apes.
next.
all these capes, music capes, max capes, everything, they're unaffected. Obviously, sailing's not out yet, so you're still going to be able to use them just fine. The next thing, sailing quests, Pandemonium, and Current Affairs. This will appear in your quest list. So you can prepare, you can look at them, see what they're required, what's grayed out, what's marked as coming soon. There's a ton of stuff to dive into if you aren't familiar with what you might need. The sailing skill guide and the quest journal both visible, so you can see what you can make at what level it's required. So if you have been slacking on stacking up on all of your planks and stuff
That
like
was
that,
pretty good.
then you can actually prepare now. If you're a slacker, that's fine. You can, be a stacker.
Sailing XP cannot be earned or granted by any means, so no sneaking in XP lamps or Tears of Guthics.
So you think, Jagex.
I'm sure that'll be a bug.
Sea creatures, boats, and shipwrights can be seen but not used, and attempting to interact will simply give you flavor dialogue.
Yeah.
Which flavor? Who knows?
Sailing related Slayer tasks, collection log entries, music tracks will be visible but remain locked until launch. I didn't look at that. That's kind of cool.
And finally, fish chunks previously used in aerial fishing has changed to fish offcuts, the same ones you get from barbarian fishing. This is going to be the exact same functionality. This is just change of name because that's going to be the official name for the new ones in sailing as well. A few things to note though, you may notice a few items like steel chains and stuff like that. That's going to have future use in sailing. So don't worry about that. That will be in the smithing section of the skill guide.
Certain sailing related items may also be visible in game, but not yet craftable. This is entirely intentional, so don't worry.
So anyone that is wondering how it's going to go, maybe you haven't been paying attention, you just woke up. It's a good time to be waking up.
Yeah, we got a
because
timeline.
we have a bit of a timeline. Yeah. So for anyone that isn't clear, from today until November 18th, this is going to be all stability checks. You're not going to, have any changes as far as what's available. It's all going to be behind the scenes. And then on November 19th, sailing technically launches after the system goes, the update timer goes live at 7:15 a.m. UTC. This is all UTC, so you have to do the calculations yourself. So it's going to go down. The worlds are going to go down after that.
The system update timer goes live 8 a.m. The worlds go down.
Yeah, that's what I said. They're going to go down after that.
Oh, you didn't say the 8. I thought we were trying to be exact.
Sure. And then from 8 to 8:15, because surely they'll follow this to the minute, the worlds will come back online.
What could go wrong?
Players can log in as normal, surely. The worlds will not be stuffed, overfilled, and you won't be able to join. That's what it says.
I thought they actually wrote that. I was like, that's not what it says.
Hopefully they will not be filled to capacity. I'm sure in the coming hours they might be, but hopefully when they first open, you can log in.
Obviously.
And from 8:15 to 10 a.m., they're going to be running final checks on live worlds.
So you can keep playing the game like normal, but you can't do sailing until 10 a.m. when, depending upon the checks, as long as they are all good, you're going to be able to start sailing. You're not even going to have to reboot.
Yes.
So you can just wait next to a boat and supposedly it'll just start working.
Yeah, they do.
Allegedly.
They do mention that whenever you do log in on this day, November 19th, you will see that you have a new skill that says sailing level 1, but technically it's not unlocked yet.
Well, you can see that now.
Well, it says right here. So the max cape perks will no longer be usable, and everyone will officially have level 1 sailing, which will be reflected in the high scores upon logout.
Yeah, right now though in game it has it grayed out. Actually, it already says like the 1-1 sailing. That's gray.
Cool.
He hasn't logged in.
Yeah, tell me what you guys think about 2376.
Is that what it is?
That's the new one. Plus 99.
Interesting.
And obviously they're going to keep you up to date on all the regular channels, aka Discord. So I'd recommend jumping in there if you are interested.
Z buffer graphical fixes. I know you guys are all like, oh my god, what about the Z buffer graphical fixes? So
this from last week.
Yeah.
Or last
last
week,
year
rather.
they rolled last year,
geez.
last fortnight, they rolled out a major visual upgrade to the rendering system, introducing true 3D depth calculations. This means surfaces now display in the correct order, making the world feel a little bit more grounded.
So before we were talking about this, we're like, maybe it'd be like,
floating a little bit.
The floor, and then like the floor tile would kind of mesh with like the stairs that's set on them.
The layering was a little off.
Now it should be the floor, the tiles, and then the stairs in the correct order.
Yes. Hopefully, I haven't actually like looked around really.
Yeah, hopefully.
A few things are bouncing, a little tinkering here and there, of course. You might have noticed the odd floor flickering, floating object, or shadow behaving badly. Majority of these issues have not been game breaking, but we know they can be quite distracting, and they have been working to clean them up. So here's what we addressed with this week's update. Fix an issue where the entrance tunnels to Piscator's fishing colony were invisible.
Also, the trap door in While Gothic Sleeps is now visible, and the flickering dungeon door has been fixed.
I did want to say the Piscatorius fishing colony, the entrance tunnel, is that why people couldn't finish the Swan quest? Because you couldn't enter?
No, this maybe I
I
don't
can see
know.
that being it
It's
for
that, it's that you
sure.
couldn't fight the boss.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Shadows now appear correctly for Versic, her pet, and all her projectiles.
The stairs to the treasure room in the theater now display correctly after defeating Verzik.
The Rug and Darkness of Hallowell quest is now visible.
Fixed an issue where ground attack effects in the Huey encounter were flickering or not displaying correctly.
Fixed visual issues during Perilous Moons where Blood Moon pools and Eclipse Moon highlights appeared incorrectly.
And that's
That'd be
it.
tilting at the Blood Moon.
Yeah, so mostly just ground effect stuff.
Yeah.
And we have something that's actually, this is pretty cool.
I like
I'm
all
kind
the
of excited
artsy
for
things
this.
they've been doing.
So, for anyone that doesn't know what a jumper is in the UK,
It's a
it's a
sweater.
jacket, a sweater, a little knit thing usually.
Yeah.
They're going to have a bit of a competition. So, if you are an artist, if you're not an artist, if you just enjoy making things, you can enter this competition and you might get a new Christmas jumper in the game.
Cute. Yeah, so grab a jumper template from, I'm assuming it's their Discord, but it's a link, and design something that fits old school's art style. You can post these, your entry on Discord, Twitter, or Reddit, and enter by submitting your design to any of those.
Yeah, it's already over.
What?
Yeah, it was only 7 days long.
Man, I'm sorry. I was like I said, I didn't read this blog. Why was it only, why was it ending in November?
Yeah, it was from the 5th to the 12th.
Well, you can
Today's the
still join
12th.
their Discord and stuff and see what everyone's designs were.
Yeah, but you can't submit anymore. Rest in peace.
It's a bummer.
There was only one prize, and it was 5 months of OSRS membership.
And you get your jumper in the game. Like, that's really cool.
Yeah, of course.
Your
I mean,
legacy.
well, not anyone listening, but
Yikes.
unfortunate. And they do randomly have like a merch section, which doesn't describe any merch because there's no merch on chess.com, but there is a collab with chess.com that you can still participate in until the end of November.
Yeah, we mentioned that last week, I think.
Yeah.
Other changes, the Halloween event has now concluded. All the decorations are removed, and any players who earn rewards can claim them from Diango as usual.
Also, the smithing skill guide now correctly lists blue-right bars as requiring 13 to smelt.
Some grammar has been corrected in messages about personal best times in TOA.
Same thing, but about broken Torva items.
The buff bar now updates when ammo is equipped directly to your worn items from the ground.
And lastly, some incorrect login tips about poison cures have been removed.
That's pretty silly. As a thank you to everyone who took time to complete the 2025 survey, they selected 50 random players to each receive $50 gift vouchers. So this should be with you in the next week.
Yeah,
it has a
they've
list of
already
all the
selected
people.
everyone, yeah.
Wow.
So
I was
they
gonna be
can-
like, I wonder if I know anyone. I was like, that's unlikely.
Oh my god, it's you. They use your real name, Yak God.
Full goon.
And also your other real life name,
Warthog. I saw Warthog immediately.
Yeah.
Dang, another bussy monster.
No. No, why?
Oh, these are good names.
No, like why?
Why? They're good. What do you mean?
Why you could have just pointed out Avocado Lad.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Okay. Shout out to all the winners there. And also they're having the community fight
They
pits
had it.
showdown.
They had it.
Yeah. It was fun, I'm sure.
We were at Disneyland.
Yeah, players that won did get some bonds, so shout out to them.
Shout
and also
out.
the PvP rota is staying the same.
Stayed the same.
Yes.
This is all irrelevant. Why did we do this? No one knows.
Something not irrelevant for players that enjoy knowing how things work under the hood.
Yeah, this is kind of cool. So behind the scenes of sailing, Dev Diary. We have a little video here. Scroll down so I can see who's in it. As this head of sailing's launch, they sat down to hear from mods Elena, Light, Surma, Nin, Grub, and Husky on how they all brought the sea to life. They talk about level progression, lore, bossing, questing, boat upgrades, islands, rewards, and exploration. It's by far the biggest project we've ever worked on, and this developer diary showcases insights to the idea, design choices, and passion that made it happen.
Yeah,
I love the thumbnail for it.
It's all captured in a 15-minute video, so not super long, and it just kind of gives you some more insight.
Yeah, And the next announcement is so random.
OSRS is having another random collab with Alan Walker.
Yeah.
Is there a wider name besides John Smith?
And he's
It's
the
Alan
DJ.
Walker. He enjoys playing video games when he's not DJing, mainly OSRS.
He enjoys playing RuneScape as well as being a world-renowned DJ.
And also taking walks on the beach. If
Maybe.
you also enjoy this, then you might enjoy some of his music. If not, he has always wanted to make music for RuneScape.
That's so
and
cool.
luckily has fulfilled his dream and has made history by adding to the audio team.
That's so fun. So he's going to have 2 exclusive Alan Walker OSRS tracks made in collaboration. That's so exciting for him.
Yeah, and you can actually hear about his progress as far as like him playing the game and like DJ stuff because he's on the podcast with Aiza and Sween.
Yeah, it doesn't say here what date that's going to release, but the next blog is actually about the official OSRS podcast. So episode 1 came out with Mod Kieran. They said that this was recorded in September 2025, and then next week we can get episode 2 with Mod Elena. That's going to be followed by episodes with Alan Walker, Solo Mission, Mod North. Ew, I didn't see he was going to be on that.
Okay.
Mod Rice, Guzu, Bodhi, Tervesta, and Skill Specs, as well as Mod Ash. So I'm assuming Alan Walker's going to be episode 3.
Yep.
Is my impression.
That's what I would assume too. Yeah, so if you want to hear what the role of design director for OSRS does or means, then you can hear.
I realized he was design director.
He got promoted last year.
Very cool.
I think last year. So you can hear all about it. And it's I'm assuming a pretty good podcast. I like Mod Kieran, so hopefully it is a good podcast. I don't listen to podcasts, let alone RuneScape ones, so I'm assuming
we just host them.
I'm assuming it's good.
Yeah. So if you want another RuneScape podcast to add to your little list of them, this is on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Audible, and Amazon Music. All the things. You can also find us on all those. Hey.
True, you can. Where you cannot find us though is on the battlefields of Deadman.
That was such a good segue, actually, because real.
That's crazy how you just insulted me. But
some of our segues are very interesting.
Some of my segues are very good and some are extremely good. You're right. That's what you meant to say.
For sure. You know what one of my coworkers says whenever he thinks things like, or a patient's being weird, he's like, oh, that's different. I just started saying that.
Nice.
Anyway.
We have Deadman Annihilation yet again. We're continually just being re-annihilated over and over again every year.
It wasn't Annihilation last year. I thought the same thing. It used to be Armageddon, and it used to be... I'm blinking. What's the other? Apocalypse.
I will have to ask you what happens in all of those circumstances.
Death.
Annihilation.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we have been annihilated for 3 years in a row.
I wonder what A they're going to come up with next time.
I can guess of one. Anyways, before we jump into all the new and exciting stuff to get everyone up to speed, there's been a lot of new players that joined after all. So there's going to be a quick refresher. I don't know why I skipped around. There's going to be a quick refresher. So for anyone not sure what Deadman is, it is a PvP enabled leagues style event.
Yeah, so players risk equip gear, inventories, and bank loot while progressing and trying to stay ahead of the curve before fighting to be the last player standing in finale. In the past, that's seen deadly fog sweep across the world and force any survivors into a do-or-die final showdown.
Yeah, just think of if you have played leagues or if you played the more recent Grid Master, then just imagine those things, but you can be assaulted by an enemy at any time.
Or you can attack them.
Yes.
Become a master PK.
You can be assailed or become the assailee.
Sure. Assailant. I don't know.
True. Probably assailant. Anyways, though, if you want to live your greatest assassin annihilation fantasies, then this would be the time to do it.
Well, now I'm going to be like judging everyone. I'm like, wow, do you guys fantasize about death?
No, but they might fantasize about PKing or annihilating because that's the whole point of this event. So this brings us to a decade since Deadman's inception.
Well, I've never done PvP before. This doesn't sound like something for me.
That's fine because this is a brand new offering.
You're supposed to say, well, F you.
And you might actually like it this time. So while always on PvP is and does sound scary, they've taken steps to, as you would say, iterate to try and make the game
Oh.
mode approachable for players with limited PvP experience, because it does take several fortnights to even become comfortable specking someone else.
Yeah, no, I'm not comfortable.
Obviously, there's always going to be that sense of danger, and you could be doing PVM and die. There's risk, there's all that.
There's risk, there's reward. At the end of the day, it's a temporary game mode.
So if your PvP experience is limited, don't be discouraged. There's still plenty for you to enjoy in Deadman Annihilation. And more importantly, like Michelle mentioned a while back, there are untold riches awaiting you for the brave that do go into Deadman.
And that's people who in main games somehow make money through Deadman. And I don't know how. They play it for a little bit and they just make money.
Yeah, so what ends up happening is like you can use the GE in Deadman, and so people need more GE money in Deadman and are willing to pay real life regular gold, not real life money, but regular gold on the regular worlds, not the Deadman worlds. So there's a bit of a transaction there.
Yeah.
I would go to like people that you can kind of trust.
I knew that people did it, but like low-key, I'm like, I don't understand how you're making the money. So you're making money because someone's trading your main account money to buy them stuff in Deadman. Is that right?
No, not really. So
Oh.
it's just like your main account has no money.
Okay.
Your Deadman account, let's say, has $1 million.
Yeah.
Someone's all like, okay,
Oh, they're.
I'll pay you 10 mil for your 1 mil.
Oh.
So they'll give your 0 account 10 mil, and you give your 1 mil to them.
That's allowed.
You can trade gold however you want in the game, as long as it's not for real life services or items.
Someone check that I could do this, because I'm like, hello.
This happens every single week.
Oh, I know it does, but I'd be so sad if I lost my account. So I need reassurance.
True.
I'd be actually devastated.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't see how it'd break terms of services. You're not trading.
It's a little shady, but
you're not trading for, services. You're not, selling anyone real life stuff. You're not doing anything special for them. You're just trading gold.
I guess so.
And usually they are at extremely high rates early on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not unrealistic to be like 10 or even 20x gold exchange.
Jesus.
So,
Go make some money in Deadman.
Yeah. So Deadman's chest. Obviously, if you're a pirate, you're familiar with this one. It wouldn't be Deadman without NPCs having a chance at dropping some enhanced loot. And the Deadman's chest ups the ante even more than ever before.
What's the pirate thing? I thought it was Davy Jones' locker. Is
That
Deadman's chest also a thing?
I don't know.
Oh, you said it. Okay.
It just sounds like a pirate thing.
Oh, it does kind of sound like a pirate thing. That's why I immediately thought, no, it's Davy Jones' locker.
Yeah. David Jones.
David Jonathan Jones.
David Johannes.
Exactly. Upon killing NPCs outside of an instance, there's a rare chance that they'll spawn a Deadman's chest. All you have to do is loot it. Unfortunately, there is no key to bust it open. You're going to have to use your lockpicking skills to the test. So you're not actually lockpicking. You have to have 60 seconds with no interruptions to be able to open it, or 30 seconds if you're in a multi-combat area, which means if people see you trying to pick it for 60 seconds, they're going to come and mess you up. Probably.
Or they won't because they're dead.
Because you're going to attack them first.
Yeah. Anyways, so obviously you're going to have to either defend the rewards or just leave and let the other people take
fine,
it.
it's yours.
Yeah. So also, there's going to be some really nice loot.
Yes.
So you might want to go into this chest. So there is going to be some valuable things, including ancient warrior armor.
Mm-hmm.
And also 2 unique weapons that have never been in Deadman
These
before.
are pretty crazy.
This is the Thunder Kopesh and the God Dog
Sword. Ow. No.
Damn, that was really cool.
Will you do it too?
Absolutely
Please. I need this.
not.
Oh my god, you guys, you
If
sound like
you
a loser.
played Leagues 5 Raging Echos, then you'll be familiar with a lot of these because that's where they're from. So they're going to come with
That's a
some
grid.
specific PvP tweaks to balance them just a smidge so that they're not, way too strong. Because in PvP, I imagine the dog sword is like busted.
So they're still pretty strong. So the dog sword's ancient god sword effect will deal 15 damage and heal you for 10 hit points. Otherwise, it functions as it did in Leagues 5.
That means
So on NPCs.
if you get specced by a dog sword, you're going to get your armor reduced, you're going to get frozen, you're going to get dealt damage, and you're going to
Your opponent's
heal
gonna
your
heal.
enemy. So yeah, just good
So
luck.
busted.
Good luck with that one. And also in PVM, the Thunder Capesh remains unchanged, but in PvP, the lightning bolts deal 30 to 45% of the initial damage because it's just way too high.
Remember, this is 4 lightning bolts, 1.2 seconds apart.
Lightning bolt.
What's that from?
Oh wow, you know what that's from?
Is it like Crambo?
Wow. No. Shout out to Lightning Bolt Kid. This damage can be mitigated by Protect from Melee or Protect from Magic for the Lightning Bolt, so you can't entirely avoid it if they happen to get a like proc or a spec.
Oh, what I thought was cool was in single combat, the lightning bolts will only hit your target. In multi, they'll deal damage up to 9 players on the tile that the lightning bolts are
It
targeting.
should be unlimited.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
It should be unlimited.
Jesus, just hit by tons of them.
Everyone in a 3x3.
Oh wow.
Another special item, Deadman Skull.
Yeah, so this is given to all players, providing access to a powerful new shop. For every Deadman point you earn by leveling up, killing bosses, completing achievement diaries, etc. So you can do this without PKing, by the way. You'll also receive a skull point. Skull points will be used in Deadman's Skull Shop to purchase sigils, quest completion lamps, and permanent character unlocks.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with sigils, it's just ways to power up your character.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it, actually.
Yeah, so it's like essentially like different versions of all the combat perks that you would get throughout leagues or throughout Gridmaster.
Yes.
Obviously, a lot of these are PvP catered as well. And there are additional unlocks. So these are permanent unlocks, toggleable unlocks, and attune style unlocks. So those PvP combat oriented sigils will still use the old system. So you'll be able to use 3 at a time. But all of these other sigils
Skilling, PVM, etc.
will be forever attuned to you. So you can
Pretty
still
sick.
not get super giga overpowered in combat, but it's going to make all of the other things pretty important or pretty easy to do. And I was going to say, getting your total skill level is pretty important in Deadman.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it's obviously PvP oriented, it's still important to have a high total level.
I did play Deadman once, and I didn't do any PvP.
Yeah.
I was just doing clues, and I had fun.
Also, sigils that you have unlocked permanently and whether they are toggled on or off, that's all in one spot now. So
Okay.
you can like easily see what everything is going on.
Okay. Instead of being auto-completed by moving through combat brackets, mini quests will be completable via the shop. You can choose whether or not to tick them off yourself for their XP rewards or spend skull points to complete those. I don't think you'll get the XP from all of them. No, it says you will. Dragonkin quest lamp. Okay. Just make sure you've got enough money or points left over to pick up any sigils that you're eyeing. Keep in mind some quests will be auto-completed for all characters when they first log in, but beyond that, it's up to you for whatever you'd like to tick off and whether you want to do it yourself. You also can't do this for all quests, remember. So some quests you're going to actually have to do.
Yeah, they really just show a few here. It's like if you want to do the Elf quest line or the Majorat 2 or 1 quest line.
Randomly the Camelot.
The Myrique quest line. So there's a few that you do have the option for, but they do not only cost points, but there's not all of them like they said.
Yeah. On top of that, you'll be able to check when the next breach is happening, trade in archaic emblems, and change your spellbook using the Deadman's Skull. You cannot change your prayer book, though. More on that soon.
Yeah, as you might expect, there's going to be a bunch of balance changes to sigils and trinkets alongside the new system, so make sure to keep an eye on the finer details for a blog later, since they're going to be focused on the biggest beats for the time being.
Keep in mind, as we're talking, that they said at the beginning of this blog, we're going to try to do broad points and make this a shorter blog.
This is not short. We're not even halfway through.
But do you remember like last one, though? They're always crazy long.
Infinitely long.
Yeah,
It's because they go through the entirety of it.
they do. But this
every
one has so
single
much
time.
changes. So I actually understand it.
Yeah.
But hold on, scroll back up. There's some bullet points we got to read real quick. Naturally, these are significant changes to the sigil system. We want to give you a quick rundown on the rationale.
I don't really want to.
Okay, fine. Well, we're going to skip the rationale.
Yeah, like we get it. You guys want to make it more fun than last time.
Yeah, that's essentially it. They just want to make it more fun.
Yeah, it's the same concept.
I said we need to go over the rationale. I don't want to.
No, something I want to talk about, ruinous powers are back.
Yeah, if you don't know what Ruinous Powers is, it's the prayer book that almost was.
Let's be honest, it never was even close. It was so poorly designed.
Because people were like just neutral about it. They were like, you guys voted yes for this, but no one's actually excited. It was nice to have in leagues, though.
It wasn't exciting.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It just straight up replaced all of the current ones.
So yeah, it was going to be an alternative offense-focused prayer book that was going to be a reward from DT2, but they didn't feel comfortable releasing it into the main game at the time. So it was used in leagues. It was actually pretty fun in leagues. And it's going to be usable in Deadman as long as you got the skull points to unlock it. We do recommend checking out the wiki page, which they link here, to read more about the ruinous powers and about the skull shop. I like that they're like trying to do the overview and they're like, go look at wiki.
Yeah.
Just like me.
Just go look at wiki. For anyone not familiar with breaches, they go over it really quick. Just essentially imagine the sky splitting open, a bunch of demons falling out. That's what it is.
But they're bosses.
Yeah, kill them, and you might get some really sick stuff like breach tainted versions of high level weapons such as twisted bows or scythes.
Yeah. They are going to this time add new bosses to the Breach roster. They're also going to make some balancing tweaks to returning NPCs that make them even deadlier, so we can keep things fresh while also alleviating pain points from previous versions. The appeal for these bosses should be even higher this time around since unique chances will be buffed, ultimately sitting somewhere between the 2 low rates of Armageddon and 2 high rates of Apocalypse. I don't know which one's which. All the A's. Just like Armageddon, we're going to have 3 breaches at fixed specific times. Unlike Armageddon, we'll be doing away with the 4th random time breach since this led to a lot of people being frustrated or having FOMO because they feel like they're missing out. Which, fair. But I feel like all the breach times were like, I remember none of them worked when I was streaming. Suck. Well, they worked for some people. They didn't work for my schedule at the time because it'd be like, I remember it was never when I was live. So I was like, I'm never going to try this.
Yeah. They are at 3 different times of the day, 8 hours apart.
Yeah.
So they don't ever change. So good luck with that.
And somehow always when I wasn't live.
Somehow. We do have bank keys. So
no, we don't.
Oh, no.
People are happy about this. 2 people in our Discord are happy about this.
Previously, for anyone that doesn't know, you can... This is a thing that it's actually in the game currently.
I didn't like this.
So in Armageddon, you can kill another player and it would reward you with a bank key. Oh, actually, yeah, this did stuff.
You're thinking of something else.
I was thinking of getting the keys in general, like in the wilderness.
Oh, that's loot keys.
Yeah.
Loot keys are still fine.
Bank keys was essentially you were just able to take stuff from people's bank, and there was like a secret stash in your bank where you could like put stuff that wouldn't get taken from you.
It was like your top 10 most valuable items people would take. So it ruins your bank layouts. People would just give it to alt accounts and keep those alt accounts in safe zones and then trade it back. It was all just a bad time, and it made people not want to PvP because it's like, man, I'm gonna lose everything in my bank.
Also, like, you know, you're like, oh, I don't want to PvP because I might lose the stuff I have. And it's like, well, you might get killed and just lose the stuff you already are hiding. So it does, like, there's no point.
Yeah, there was no great
it sucked.
part of this. So yeah. I saw people being very excited about this.
Yeah, this was really foolish. I don't even know why they put it in to begin with.
I get it. You know, they're trying to make it spicier, but they forget people are shady and have a billion alts. So.
Yeah. So anyways, they are removing bank keys, and this means that you'll no longer lose banked items on death, leveling the playing field for everyone. But to compensate, this is going to make it a little more interesting because all players will have a skull icon above their head now. And this is going to indicate their current risked wealth, whose eyes will glow yellow if the player is also skulled in the traditional sense.
That's kind of fun.
This works similar to Bounty Hunter. This means that players will outright know whether you're worth because you're risking a lot, and they can just straight up see that you're risking a lot.
Dude, they should have this in the main game for in the wilderness, so people will see that all I have is a clue scroll and a spade, and you don't have to PK me.
Yeah,
I'm not hiding anything.
If you are worried about like maybe going against a higher level enemy, if you're like level 10 and someone else is level 120, and you're like, there's PvP everywhere, I'm gonna die. Don't worry, because they've always had combat brackets.
Yes. So
these are new though.
Yeah. So the first one is combat levels 3 to 60, and these are gonna have 3 times drop rate multiplier, 10% combat.
10 times combat.
Sorry, 10 times combat XP multiplier, 10 times skilling XP multiplier, which it's gonna all be 10 times skilling XP, by the way.
Yeah.
So you don't have to say that. If you want to go to the next
never
one.
goes up.
Yeah.
61 to 80 is the next bracket with again 3x drop and 15 times XP combat multiplier.
Combat levels 81 to 95 get 4 times drop rate multiplier and again 15 times combat XP multiplier.
And the ultimate is going to be 96 plus, 5x drop rate, and 20x combat XP multiplier.
That's better than any leagues.
It is very, very extremely high. It's because it's expected that you die a bunch.
Yeah. Last year, Armageddon allowed players to earn PvP focused cosmetic rewards in the main game for the first time ever, and they're doing kind of the same vibe this year. So let's get into the rewards.
Yeah,
I like
so
this.
the first one, the wilderness themed POH kit.
Yeah, we've all been waiting for this, and I actually think it's very thematically appropriate that they introduce it during leaks.
Yeah, if you want to
I'm okay
look
with it.
like Hobo Harry, bunch of rundown ruins for a house.
Okay, the portal's pretty because it's yellow,
The portal is
and
pretty.
yellow is my favorite color.
But yeah, you'll have some ruined bricks and dead trees to reminisce over your past Halloween seasons.
Oh, this is the perfect haunted house build.
Sure.
Are we not building haunted houses?
That's the new theme.
Okay.
It just looks like essentially if you went to the ruins in the wilderness.
Yeah, the walls are all broken down and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah. I don't even know why I referenced hobos. They don't have walls.
I don't know either. It was
Yeah.
random. I wasn't sure if Harry was a person.
Michelle, what I really just had to like mention it because I did have a full-on discussion with Michelle about the hobo convention that is held here, and she thought I was joking.
No, I thought I dreamt it.
Yeah.
Because we were driving back from Disneyland so tired. You know, we had coffee, but coffee doesn't actually do anything for me. I just like to have a drink. And I was like half asleep, and he was talking to me about a hobo convention in Montana or something.
I don't know where it is.
And it was so weird because I like woke up for real like 10 minutes later, and I was like, what were we talking about? And I was like, did you see there's a hobo convention? It was so jarring.
Yeah, it's not so much a convention as it is a gathering of many hobos.
Yeah.
And
But I
hobos,
felt like I was
for
dreaming.
anyone that doesn't know, especially UK people might not know what a hobo is.
It's not just a homeless person.
It's a person that travels via train for whatever reason. Originally, it was to find work, but now it's just for whatever reason.
Just seeing the world
Yeah.
via train.
So they're homeless by choice.
Yeah.
Houseless, rather.
Next one is a home telly animation. So you guys know like the wilderness lever that you pull up and down. Everyone's like, how
I
does
thought
it?
it was a hammer.
I did think it was a hammer. Or you or me?
I thought it was a hammer.
I did too because I didn't read it. I just looked at the pictures.
Yeah.
So the wilderness lever, no one knows how it's there. It's like in level 50 wilderness, whatever. But they have a telly inspired by that. So your character is going to have a lever come up. You're going to look around like you're scared, pull the lever, and then drop down into a little trapdoor. This is a cool home telly.
Yeah, it's a home telly.
It's pretty cute.
It looks okay. Then we have some weapon recolors. This is going to be a skull recolor for the toxic staff of the dead.
I think that's fun.
Ornament.
And yeah, this special too
Which
is
is
going to have a little skull.
That's kind of important because if these are technically actually ornaments, that's important because in PvP, ornamented items are not dropped on death.
Oh, they're kept, right?
They're kept.
Ooh, honestly, I never bring anything because I don't
That
remember
makes
how
this
it
really
works.
important because toxic staffs of the dead are used a lot. And the next two are used not at all because people don't want to lose them.
They're PVM stuff. So crystal armor and the both are having recolors. They're gonna be black with like red highlights on them. They're pretty sick.
Yeah. So if you're able to bring these into the ability slightly more safer, then that would be really nice.
Yeah. I don't know. Pretty crazy. I like how the toxic staff of the dead looks because it's more of a subtle change.
I like there's special effects for the special.
Yeah, right? I also thought it was pretty silly, like in the flavor text they wrote about it. Like they added a skull for whenever you accidentally spec it. Or you misclick and spec it because no one uses
it. Also, there's NPC spawns and some emotes.
This one's weird. So, okay. Unlocking this feature would let you spawn in a plethora of a random event NPCs to give your unfortunate opponent some parting words when they die. I thought this was cool at first, and then, I mean, we could read the next thing as well.
Sure.
So the next one is a more personal touch. Whenever you kill somebody, you can deliver a personal taunt yourself rather than like an NPC. So they want to offer the ability to unlock automated emotes when getting a kill. That means when you kill your target, your character perform any of the emotes at random and has a list of them. I thought these were kind of cool. And then people were saying how it's like Fortnite. And then other people were saying that part of what makes it so toxic is that you're taking the time to do it yourself.
Yeah.
And that's kind of ruining this. Like to really flex on the hose that you just killed, you have to be like, and I had time to click away and choose an emote.
Yeah.
Which
True.
makes me not like these.
It is essentially taking away the prestige that is the tea bag.
Yes, it is in a way.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
I was making sure.
I also think that the NPC one, I liked it at first because I thought it meant when you die, not when your opponent dies. Because
I
that's,
see.
yeah, I would have liked that more because that's just kind of like a Rune Light plugin vibe. But the other one's kind of weird. I don't want the sandwich lady to come and gather me.
Yeah, because it's kind of meaningless if you jump for joy after killing me because I'm all like,
Did you just buy that
you
ability?
didn't
You
even
didn't even
press
scroll.
that.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't even matter.
You could be a bot.
Yeah, you probably are a bot. But yeah, I don't think I don't really care, but I don't think it's like it just like removes the coolness of it.
I think that these would just be in Deadman, I hope.
Like it'd be the same as if someone instead of typing out sit,
There's an
just had
automated
an
thing that said
automatic
sit.
macro that said sit.
No, that immediately makes it way less cool.
Yeah, definitely less interesting. Bring back the original teabagging.
Yeah. So there is some smaller changes as well that they wanted to highlight, or just things to highlight. Sailing will not be enabled in Deadman Annihilation. It's just going to be too early, and they don't want to have to deal with that.
Just jump on boats, start cutting people up.
Shwing, shwing, shwing.
Also, they're going to be looking to let you migrate your character into permanent Deadman, World 345, but obviously there are stricter rules over there, so they might change some stuff.
The global loot table now features increased resource drops and reduced alch drops. Additionally, a variant of Ancient Warrior armor has been added to the loot table, boasting high offensive bonuses and low defensive bonuses.
The PJ timers actually increased from 20 to 24 ticks, so one full extra set. This means that if player A is, I'm not going into this.
No, I think we should say it.
Oh, should we?
Because I always forget what it means.
Okay.
So if player A is fighting player B, would be attacker player C. We put your finger up next to mine. That's player C. You're like, oh, I want to attack them. We'll need to wait 24 ticks or 14 seconds before player B's last hit against player A before they're allowed to also attack player A. So just to keep you from ganging up on one person.
Yeah, this is really easy to understand if just everyone remembers PJ means player jumping.
Yeah, you can't jump them as a gang.
And if you are still unsure what this means, just think of it as third partying in any looter shooter ever.
Okay.
Because this happened in PUBG, this happens in Apex Legends, this happens in the new game Arc Raiders. If you're fighting someone and then a dude from out of the back right does a flying elbow at you, that's what it's preventing, is the flying elbow.
Dude, I went to Vedion the other day and 3 people started attacking me. Thank God. I think they were like newer, so they weren't doing a great job. Like one person chased me out, 2 people were outside, and I ran and I was able to get in a single combat, and some 5th or 4th person showed up and just started like pew pew shooting one of the other PKers who was attacking me, so I was able to run away.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
Yeah, so this just like in that case, the random 5th dude that showed up could technically kill one of their homies,
But he couldn't attack me yet.
take his loot, and then start running away.
Yeah, but he couldn't attack me.
Yeah, because exactly. Yeah, so it's just to prevent third partying, because obviously it's meant to be one-on-one fights in
It's
one-on-one
to save
zones.
me.
Also, Maniacal Monkeys in Crux Dungeon has had their chance at rolling on the global loot table reduced because people
I'm
were
sure tons of
farming
people
this
were there.
too much.
The looting bag has made significantly more common as a drop.
And they're going to be rebalancing the number of Deadman points provided by various activities.
You'll be able to enter raids even while in combat, so people can't just ruin your life. But the bank inside the lobby room at Chambers is going to be disabled.
Yeah, ragging.
So you can't go hide in there.
Ragging is cool. So respawn rates for all NPCs is faster.
Emblem Trader Shop will feature new stock, being the Ancient Scepter, God Books, and Surge Sacks. He's also going to give you noted items where possible.
This is nice. The default respawn point is going to be the GE.
Very handy, yeah,
You
because
can
you're not
change it.
iron in Deadman. You
Yeah.
can use the GE.
Yeah, you can change it, but yeah, by default, it is the GE.
XP can be gained within instances, but your gains will only be multiplied by 3 times rather than 15 to 20 times combat XP multipliers and 10 times skilling XP multipliers. As a result, Nightmare Zone will be disabled for the event. One exception will be made for Slayer, where full XP will be granted regardless of whether or not you're in an instance.
Nice. Tier 5 emblems will drop at a reduced rate from Wildy Slayer.
While in a safe zone, there'll no longer be a delay for players trying to log out, eat food, or drink potions. Why would they even in a safe zone?
I don't know. Blighted Overloads will only deal 5 damage, not 25, when sipped, and your defense will decay down to 90%, up from 80.
That was crazy how much it was damaging you before. On a login, the items you'd originally received from Tutorial Island will be found in your bank, and instead in your inventory, you're going to be given tuna, a Chronicle of 5 charges, a looting bag, and an untradeable cape with small combat bonuses.
You forgot to say it's an untradeable tuna,
It is untradeable tuna.
most importantly.
You can't sell it.
On login, the items you just kidding, you just said that. Hit points level requirements for the amulet of Rancor, confliction gauntlets, and all enchanted Zenyte jewelry will be removed.
Weapons made from tormented synapses will not require completion while Gothic sleeps to use, but you still, if you want to get one yourself, are gonna have to do that quest.
You can also once again unnote bones at the Elder Chaos Druids.
Spellbook icon resizing is gonna work across all of Deadman, which means you can have big icons and do PvP, which is not allowed in the game.
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
Private instances at God Wars will be disabled.
Just someone coming and like pulling up and killing you while you're fighting Garage Door. Upsetting. We added a handful of new save zones at the Wear Top Boss Arena, Timbros Dock, and Encounter Arena, and Guardians of the Rift minigame area.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's everything you need to know. A million things about an event we are having again.
Did you even say when we're getting it?
No, it will.
Probably said like months or something.
I don't know why. I think it's early next year.
I
like
could see
January.
it being next year because they didn't go.
Oh, wait, it says right there, January.
Oh, okay. January 30th.
I feel like it's January.
End of January. Barely January, but 30th of January.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, once again, I think this every time. Maybe you'll play and I'll make money.
No.
We can pretend. We could every time I say that, I'm like, well, maybe this time. But yeah, that's it for the Deadman blog. I do like the rewards.
Yeah, the rewards are cool.
And what's nice too, anyone who liked the rewards last year but couldn't afford them, they're all going to go down in value now because people are going to start earning more points again. So
maybe.
No, they definitely will.
Maybe.
Okay. Anyway.
Who knows? But I do know what we have to do is to look at some questions.
Okay, so Q&A time. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call you out on this, Harger, because last week we missed Harger's message. And I see on here, original message was deleted by school saying, this already exists, Mahogany Home. So Harger, I'm assuming, suggested a construction minigame. And then said, great minds think alike, me and the mods, man.
True.
New question from Harger with a controversial suggestion, actually, that would never pass.
I think you're wrong. Everything can pass. I don't know what this is, but it can pass.
I read it. I don't think so. Thoughts on introducing a mechanic where you can attempt to disarm your opponents. It would have to be a special attack from a new weapon so that it can't be performed often. It would also have to have a low rate of success, both to avoid overpower. The player essentially tries to make their opponent drop their weapon, and in doing so, it temporarily stuns the opponent and doesn't allow the drop item to be picked up for 10 seconds. The opponent can still eat during the time and fight with hands, feet, or magic.
I don't see why this couldn't be in the game.
Honestly, I could see this being a thing in Deadman mode, but doing it like Chaos Elemental where it just unequips and keeps in your inventory. And I guess you just bring a bunch of stews, but that'd be a lot less effective at PvP than it is at Chaos Ele.
Yeah, I think
dropping to the ground's too dramatic.
Dropping it to the ground is weird. I think getting it sent to your inventory or even like a tertiary weapon slot so that, if your inventory is full or whatever.
Yeah.
I think this could easily be put into the game.
In regular or in Deadman?
In regular.
I don't see in regular. I only see Deadman. Why? Elaborate.
Why not? It's not like...
Dang, that's...
Why not? Like, okay, there's 3 different ways to attack.
Okay.
You have one weapon that you can't use.
Whenever you said feet, I didn't think kicking. I thought like with your toes. And I was like, huh, interesting.
I was all like, okay, I guess I can't use my crossbow. Pull out D claws.
Yeah, swing, swing,
Like,
swing.
oh, I'm not even at a disadvantage.
Yeah. Well, I think the whole thing is you just have to be quick with it. Like,
sure.
You used to be like, oh, shoot, it's unequipped. Swing, swing.
I mean, obviously,
I like it like Chaos Ellie's.
I have to reference it at least one time per episode.
Like in WoW.
World of Warcraft has had this since the dawn of time.
Oh, has it?
Well,
does it
the
PvP?
Warrior, yes.
Oh,
Incredible.
I've never played WoW.
Incredible amounts of PvP. But it is balanced separately, as all games should, in my opinion. Anyways, warriors have had disarm for the longest time, and it is, funny enough, only very effective against certain people. Because if you're using like spells, you don't need a wand to use spells.
Yeah.
But if you're fighting like a hunter that needs their bow and you disarm their bow, then they just sit there or they run away.
Oh.
And then eventually they can use it again. It's not that big a deal. Obviously, if you get snared and disarmed, then yeah, that would kind of suck. But I mean, that's kind of like part of it, it's kind of interesting, especially if it has like a really long cooldown or something. And it's like, I really want to kill you or I really don't want to die. So I'm going to use this.
Okay.
I think that would be cool. Also, this made me think of another thing that is even more punishing, but would also be really sick.
Is it a different game too?
No,
Okay, what is it?
is disarming of a specific overhead.
Oh, you turn off their overhead?
Yeah.
How would that work?
It's like, oh, it's just the same thing as disarm, but it's disarm overhead. And it would just be like, oh, you have overheads for range. I'm disarming that because I'm about to use my bow spec.
That's scary. Maybe you could do that if there's like a 1 tick delay or something so players can turn it back on. Otherwise it's too busted because you could just use Void Waker, you know?
Well, Void Waker hits regardless, but
you know what I mean, like harder.
Yeah, I guess. But the thing is, one, again, it would have like a really long cooldown, or it would have like some side effect to the player itself. Like it doesn't have to just be like incredibly powerful or whatever. And also, I don't even think it would be incredibly powerful because like typically you're not just gonna get like, I think the most powerful would be for melee. So maybe you could just use it only on ranged or only on mage because this would only really matter for tribrid.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you're doing like death matching or you're doing like, obviously, if it gets deactivated and you get like, you know, 2-hit because someone, you know, has a well-timed spec along with a hard-hitting other hit, then it's like, you know, that's tough.
Yeah.
So I think maybe if it only worked for mage or range, because I think it's a lot harder to punish that, then maybe that would be interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe
I'd be scared of it.
Maybe it has some side effect to the player. Like maybe it does the same thing for the player. Like it's like a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're on the offensive, you're gonna take the risk and turn off their defenses and yours because you think you'll kill them. So someone could like, you know, counter, could venge you.
I like that more. That seems more PvP because they're really big into the give and take.
Yeah. And also if you like think that these two combined disarm and disarm overhead would be too powerful, just make it so you only have to pick one.
Okay.
Like it's like
you have to have a setting beforehand.
If you have disarm equipped, then you can't have disarm overhead equipped.
Yeah.
So it's like you pick one or the other because having both would just be really, really good.
I still like it more as a Deadman thing, but I can see how it would work more now.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But I think it could be cool.
Okay.
In theory, I don't play PvP. I'm not pretending I know anything about PvP. I'm just saying it sounds cool.
As someone who goes to Awareness fairly often, I'd be scared. So that's probably why I'm a hater of PvP ideas. Because I'm like, nothing else.
As if you're not already.
No. Do you remember when I used to be genuinely afraid? Like, I used to act like I was in a scary game. It was weird. Like, I'd get sweaty. I'd like hold my breath.
Yeah.
Now I've learned that you keep items. So I just bring cheap stuff and go anyway. We're going to Calvarian a lot, actually. Next question from Last Sky Samurai. This is, I don't even know. How would you guys overhaul agility if given the chance? Changes big or small? What could the future of agility look like? And can it get away from its crux, rooftops? I don't even know how to answer this. Like, I don't know what could fix it, but I know it needs an overhaul because I was thinking like, oh, maybe like tiny amounts while you run around. And I was like, no, because in League and Grids, you'll take advantage of that by chasing each other.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to think, not rooftops. And then I was thinking like maybe make some shortcuts, higher XP, but people would just take advantage of that and go back and forth. The only thing I think of is like more shortcuts, make them have like a delay so you can't just grind them over and over.
Okay.
But then if you actually need the shortcut, that's annoying. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think we do need more with agility. I think that they should make it so, because I don't remember exactly how agility works, right? Is it the higher level, the slower the drain?
Yeah. Everything only affects the
Drain rate.
No, the recoup.
Oh, okay.
The drain rate is the same regardless as long as you're the same weight.
Okay, so that's it. I think the higher level, you should have a slower drain rate.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I think it just needs more incentive to get higher level is one big thing. And then I don't know. Like, that's such a hard question to answer for me. Do you have ideas?
I think that's a bad idea because there's a lot of bosses already in the game based on your ability to run a certain amount. So I don't think that's really feasible unless they rework those bosses as well.
Okay.
It might be healthier for the game if that happened, but that's just like so much work. It's like, I don't even know. Because like there's so many bosses you don't think about that do have technical stamina requirements. So it's like, I don't even know how you'd go through all of those.
Mm-hmm.
But in a perfect world, I think it would be better if it did have more repercussion than just faster recoup time.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think I would overhaul it by just removing like I feel like there's seemingly a need to like have a bunch of different grinds for agility. I think you could just remove them all.
What do you mean?
Remove all the rooftops and just implement a ton of shortcuts into the game. And the shortcuts give like a good amount of XP, but like not a lot. Like if you want to grind the skill, you would do one of the many agility mini games.
Like Sepulchre or stuff we don't have yet.
Yeah.
Huh.
So there's already two. I mean, you could do Brimhaven or you could do Sepulchre, which both give, reasonable
But
amounts of XP.
getting rid of rooftops?
Well, the thing is, it would be replaced by you playing the game.
Yeah, but I think that every skill needs something that's not AFK.
Yeah, there's
Semi chill. Let's go with that.
okay. Then maybe you would make another like semi chill, whatever. I mean, the thing is, running laps isn't semi chill. There's clicking every 3 seconds.
You know why it's AFK for me? Because I'm not efficient and I will go AFK for 3 minutes and then be like, next course.
Okay,
Like 10K
yeah, that's
an
fine.
hour.
I don't know if you want to. You can add a bike to the game. I don't care because that's just ridiculous.
If my grandma had a wheel, she would have been a bike.
Yeah, if my grandmother had a wheel, she would have been a bike. But no, like I think sure, add an AFK method if you must. But I think just incorporating it into the game is way cooler, is way more thematic, and then you don't have to because like, bro, you're grinding the skill from level 1. What other skills that are fun are like that?
Yeah.
Like none. You level combat in the fun way by doing quests, killing enemies for Slayer, and bossing.
Yeah, there's a lot of options.
You don't start grinding it at the crab until it's like 70. So I think just do that where it's like, all right, I got to 30 agility just by doing quests and stuff like that, and also like hopping around in the world. Then it's like, okay, now I'm 50 by doing the same thing. Now it's 70. It's getting kind of slow. I want to get to 80 for whatever. Now I guess I'll go to Sepulchre.
Yeah.
It's like that should just be like they should just integrate the skill more into the game.
Yeah, I do think it should be integrated in the game more for sure. That's why I was so excited whenever they added more shortcuts before.
Because like roof shortcuts in the game are not shortcuts. Like they are in the
Some
fact
are.
that some of them are helpful. When's the last time you jumped over Yanil's south wall with a myth grapple?
I don't do any of the grapple ones,
Exactly.
but I do use shortcuts variously throughout, like every day.
Yeah. Well, one that, that's a cherry picked one because no one goes to South Yanil.
I'm like, you chose the
But,
worst one.
Yeah, that was on purpose, obviously. But like, there should be more. Like, there should be one to get over like walls in Varrock, like common walls, go under walls. There's only like one good
You know what's
underground
weirdly
thing.
annoying for me to get to that you can add another underground one at South Varrock is getting to that mine in Southeast Varrock. I
Yeah.
don't know why, but it
I was thinking
really
about the same one.
frustrates me getting there.
I was gonna say that, but the thing is, it's almost the same distance running to the bank because the bank is right there. It's
yeah.
directly north.
Well, it would be nice to just go under the
I
wall
was
though, because you
thinking-
have to run around it.
Oh, you're talking to southeast.
Yes.
I was thinking southwest.
No,
southeast
southeast.
would be more convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if like there's something like that, or
There could be tons of them around. I think that they feel like they shouldn't add more shortcuts.
I would add a ton.
Yeah, but yeah, at the same time, it's part of an entire skill. There
Yeah,
should just be
I would
a
add
lot.
a ton. I'd be like, you can go over.
And that's some like really high level ones.
You can go over like every wall low key
Yeah.
because it's like
Maybe not that much.
why is it only some walls? If you have a grappling hook,
Yeah.
what wall is immune to grappling?
But who has a grappling hook? No
Exactly.
one.
Why you should bring it around.
I used to sometimes, and I'm like, man, I hate this. I'll just run.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I think there should be more incentives to incorporating it or to have it leveled and also incorporating it into the game where it just levels naturally.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Yeah, there's so many other skills like that where it's all like it just levels as you play the game, like the good skills.
Hmm.
But or
It does not level as you play the game. Kind of
it doesn't
funny.
feel like a forced grind from the very beginning. We're like,
Yeah.
smithing and mining, bro. That's like you're grinding from the get-go.
Hmm.
Which is, I mean, not every skill can be the best skill, but this is a one where it's an easy win,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I'd be so interested if anyone has ideas on how you could overhaul agility, because I feel like there's probably tons of stuff we have not even thought of, like
Sure.
cool ideas.
Yeah, I
So
just
please
thought
let
this
us
up.
know. Yeah. Our last question is from Matt. This is an interesting one. So, if your account security for every one of your accounts, both Jagex and non-Jagex, increased 100 times, would you buy a spit verification device for $100 that would verify your accounts by your DNA in order to sign in? So the catch, it would take 1 minute every time you want to log into any account. And if you don't have the device nearby, you would have to conduct a video call with your ID in your hand to prove your identity. Also, you have to know your password too, so someone cannot kidnap you and force you to spit so they can access your account. I don't think I'd want to do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
I'm irrationally afraid of being framed. So I wouldn't want to.
The hell? I wouldn't do it just because I don't want to give my DNA info to any companies.
Because you're afraid of being framed.
No, just because they don't need that information.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Yeah, definitely
Sorry,
weird.
Matt.
Yeah, no. I actually just don't even think this would be more secure in any way than like two-factor that already
Yeah,
exists.
I think it would just be as good as Two Factor. I remember there was an episode of, I think it was in Torchwood, where these characters, they have to get like a fingerprint and an eye scan from this dude to like have access, and they're doing all this like extra stuff like to get like copies, and then like the bad guys just go and like cut out his eye and cut off his hand. And it's just like, oh. So you can find a way to cheat anything.
Sure.
I don't know, it reminded me of that. I think that was Torchwood. That's kind of gnarly for Torchwood though.
Sure. I mean, the thing is, like, if you wanted to, you could just make it more and more two factors layered on top of each other.
Yeah. I don't think it would be
Like-
widely used.
Like, in that way, I mean, you could have like a two factor, it would be 3 different passwords. They all have to be different. And they all have to be strong passwords. And then also on top of that, the 3 different factors, one for each layer, would be different as well. Like one could be a random code sent to your phone. The next one could be a random code sent to an email. The
One
next one
sent to
could
your
be
mail.
a random code sent to wherever else, like your, I don't know, like a text or, I mean, text
Yeah,
is
your
terrible,
MySpace
but
account.
yeah. But anyways, it could be sent to another thing. Maybe there's a Discord version of it. So it's
Okay.
like, then you're 6-factor authentication, like one to get into the client, one to get into the launcher, one to get into the like your computer. It's like that would be so much more secure.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, it's not about layering at one. It's like a fence. Security is built like a fence. Like if there is a single area that you can get into, then the whole fence is worthless.
There's like a thing I learned because like I don't know why, but working at a medical call center, they had me learn a lot of weird medical things.
Yeah.
And one of them, it was called like a sharp cheese thing or something. I don't know. But you know how like some cheese has like holes in it? It was just talking about how you have to stack like so many layers of cheese to make sure
Yeah.
there's no holes for stuff to get through.
Yeah, no, it's a common term. They even have terms for it, and this is as old as there is armor in the world because it's called layered defense.
Yeah.
There's never ever, in the case of any security, whether it was life or death or otherwise, where one layer, even if it was like pure impenetrable whatever, was
It's not
good
perfect.
enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's always a chink somewhere in someone's armor, which is why you have multiple layers of armor. And that's that's how it was back when even knights had multiple layers of armor. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just
But we don't want that multiple layer to be spitting into a machine.
yes, there are alternate.
There's other ways.
Yeah, it doesn't. That's what I mean. Like, it doesn't need to be so concentrated on the one login,
The one extra one.
sign-in.
We could just have a bunch of smaller ones.
It would be probably infinitely more if you just had like several different factors at different points.
Yeah.
But yeah, so No, I mean, I would. It would be
I'm
nice if
sorry, I
it
wouldn't do it.
was more secure, but in the end of the day, almost all breaches are not. Uh,
Not because your password,
and
it's
not
because of
because
you
not
accidentally
because
giving
of
it
lack of
away.
security.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's still the weakest element in the room is always between your ears.
Your nose.
See,
I was doing my Dutch last night, and the sentence was like, her father has a good nose. And I read that and I was laughing because I thought they just meant like his nose looks good. And then I was like, oh, they mean for smelling. It was startling. I just want to let you know.
okay. That's cool. Thank you all for the questions. If you
Thanks.
also want to ask us serious questions, funny questions,
In real
or
life.
anything in between,
Or questions for Seder.
yes, questions for Seder especially, feel free to reach out on any of our socials.
So our Twitter and TikTok are Bunebape OSRS. Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Patreon are all Bunebape. I stream 4 days a week at twitch.tv/Bunebape and on our YouTube channel. You could join our Patreon if you want to do extra supports. You get episodes early. We're trying to do that consistently every week. You get badges, etc., etc. If you want to support us for free, you could follow us on Spotify. Allegedly, that helps the algorithm. So, I do look whenever it sees us going up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's really cool. So, appreciated. But yeah, come to our Discord. We do movie nights every week, and you can come hang out and post pictures of your pets. And if you see us looking off to the side, it's because Moose and Goose are both being really cute right now. They're both sleeping and keep stretching.
Yeah. So hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you want to see cat pics, join the Discord. And if you did like it, then we'll see you all
Very soon. Bye bye.